if you want me to start, hold on, I'm checking my software. Okay, all right. I'm just picking up a device to show you a real case. Okay, so I will share my screen right now. Okay, so you see my screen with the EcoSoft?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
Maybe just, Romeo, sorry to interrupt you, maybe just a quick suggestion, if you can activate the Spanish language, maybe for our technician, it can be maybe easier to understand.
Our software. Okay, Spanish 2. I have to restart. Okay. So there is different use case. I think the easiest one is to use our device directly from our computer software. So in my case, right here, I just connect the device to the computer, started the device, and put it in USB mode. So I can manage the measurement directly from the software, where I can create a patient directly from the main screen of the software. So here I have to say patient, new one, test, just to fill the first name and the last name, and fill the birth date, which is quite important in the case of ABR, where some normative data are based on the birth date. So then you can save your patient, select your patient, and start the ABR, for example. So here you can make your ABR measurement. We'll maybe talk about it later, but that's not the point here. So you can do which measurement you want. And then when you finish the ABR, you can save it as a PDF file. So just right here, you have a print or PDF exportation button here. And when you click on it, you have the report of the exam. And then you can save it as a PDF file. It will open the Windows file system exploration, so you can select a folder to save it. It will automatically put the name of the patient, the test, and if this is right and left. So I can save, and then back to MDS, to resonance software. Here, if the patient is already in the database, you can select it, or you can create a new one. Sorry, Okay. Okay, I don't know lots of this software, but
Will you prefer me to take over with my screen? It's fine if you want to continue.
no,
You
I
just
see
have
the
to.
this is the birth date here, I guess. Can you confirm?
The birth date is the one that you just did, and this is the birthplace.
Okay.
We have removed the birthplace as one of the. It's not a mandatory field anymore in the newer version. Perhaps this is not the latest. It doesn't really matter.
Yes, this is an old version. Sorry, I don't have the last one.
It's okay.
So here I create my patient, and then I can create a
Yes.
new session, which I can call Ecodia ABR, for example. And then here I can put some attached file. So I will just select the PDF file I have created just before. So in page, I don't remember where I put it. Yes, this is demo patient. So this is the PDF file I created. And so you got it here. And so you will have the session of resonance devices, and you will also have the session with the Ecodia devices in the same place here in the historic of the patient. I don't know. Okay, there is something missing on my side because I don't try before.
Okay, I can maybe show from my PC
Yes.
later how that part works. Yes,
So yes.
This is for the current situation on how to import external examinations like the EcoDias, ABR, and SSR into the MDS software.
The another scenario is when you don't make the measurement directly from our software, you can make it directly from the device itself, especially the screening measurements or so on. If it is the case, you just have to go to Equipos here and data, and it will check the measurements available on the device itself. So here it is. This is the patient recorded on my device, and you can then do exactly the same thing. You can open the measurement you get on the device, for example, the ABR, and then do exactly the same thing. You can export the PDF file. It will keep the last folder you save the file, and then going back to Resonance software, you can add another PDF file on another patient or another session. So Enrico, if you want to show how it's working with the resonance devices,
yes,
along with the EcoSoft results.
Okay, I think you are now. No, let me try again. You should now be able to see my screen instead. There is nothing really, nothing more to add to what we have just seen, except for the fact that you don't necessarily need to create the patient also in MDS if you are using an R14O and you have created the patient on the device instead, because I can use the acquire data from device page to acquire automatically all the patients and the examinations on the R14O with the MDS, and I will be able to have them inside the MDS already stored. You have to create the patient in the MDS if you are using an R37A instead. So depending on when and where the EcoDA device and software is used, you will either have already a patient on the MDS created manually to acquire data from the R37A, the audiometer, or probably you retrieve the patient and examination data from the R14O. If that's not the case, then of course, yes, you will have to manually create the patient on the MDS. You just need to input the first name, last name, and birth date. This means that after having retrieved data from an R37A audiometer or a R14O autoacoustic emission, you will be able to find the patient in the list, and you will see in the history of the sessions, which is basically a way for us to group the examinations by date, a session already present on the same day of the examinations, and it should be the same day of the EcoDI examination. So if you have the session, you can reuse the same session created automatically when retrieving data from the device, resonance devices. If you don't have the session, you can manually create it as you have seen already with Romain presentation. You can also do that even if you have already another session, just to provide a meaningful name for the session to represent the fact that is holding the EcoDI examinations. Like, for example, how you have seen before, and now this session is named EcoDI ABR, and it features an attachment that was fetched from the folder where the EcoSoft saved the PDF. And you are able, it's not my case because I created a fake example just to have a PDF as an attachment, but the point is that when you open this summary of attachments, by double clicking, you are able to look at the actual PDF, which will be, realistically, it will be an ABR report, of course, via any other PDF viewing software that you have installed. It was a Google Chrome in my case. It can be anything else. So that's it. I think we have the full picture now.
Okay, maybe thanks for the introduction, and maybe let me spend just a few words in addition, because I can imagine that for you guys everything sounds a bit complicated as a first impression. What we will do in the next, I will say, couple of days is to explain this workflow in a document as a guideline. So, because again, the process it's quite simple. Just we need to follow, you need to follow some specific step and follow some command. But if not, the fact to import data report from EcoDI into MDS is quite simple. What we will do in the next couple of days, waiting also for your additional questions, if you have any, it will be to prepare a guideline showing pictures and comments that you have to use in order to complete this process. I don't know if it's okay for you, or if you have already any additional question on this regard. If you don't have any questions, yeah, sorry, please go ahead.
No, on my part, everything's clear now. It's actually fairly simple. It's just we weren't sure how to do it. Thank you.
Sure.
Maybe Fernando has further questions. Or someone from TechMedic.
Ingeniero Estefan, que usted está con el ingeniero Fernando, ¿me escuchan? Por favor, ¿tienen alguna consulta que ustedes están a cargo de la comisión?
De cualquier equipo, pueden hablar en español, no hay problema. Mario entiende el español.
Sí, hablan inglés en la página.
Ya, bueno, de lo que entendí.
Yes, also,
Ya.
pero
Claro,
primero.
claro, bueno, lo que entendí, bueno, todos los estudios de lo que es el Helios se lo puede exportar, porque creo que era específico, ¿no?
Like they say
Hable más fuerte.
all the no, we say that if all the studies that we do in Helios we can export it. That's the question of my colleague Fernando. All the reports that we do in Helios we can export it, because he understood that, like, if we cannot do it automatically, we have to first of all measure the signals in AVR, and after that we'll turn it into a PDF, and then we create the patient, and then we like uploaded like those studies, right? So that's what we understood. Or are we right with this? Is it okay?
I would say yes, in general. I think the only need is depending the starting point, because if you are starting from a condition where the patient has been already created into MDS, if you are importing, let's say, test assessment or test results from a resonance unit, you don't need to create a patient. It's only needed in case you are taking some measurement from EcoDia device, and then yes, also into the EcoDia devices you have to create the patient first and then export the PDF. It is critical, or is important to create the patient first as a first operation, because as Roman said before, based on the age of the newborn or the child or the adults, the system, the unit will apply different parameters in order to perform the test. And it's also important to create as a first operation the patient, because this name will be used by the software in order to rename the PDF report. And in this case, it will be very simple to recognize the results, and pair it with the right name on the MDS, within the MDS software. Make sense?
Yes, we got it. Thank you very much. Gracias mille.
Colegas, igual los que hablen español, igual Mario habla español, pueden hacer cualquier consulta, por favor, los ingenieros.
Muy poquito, hablo español muy poquito. Y muy malo.
No, está
Mi
muy bien.
español también es muy malo.
Tío parle spagnolo molto bene.
No, no es verdad. Muchas gracias, pero no es verdad.
Io penso, ma sta bene, sta bene.
Ingeniero Fernando, por favor, si usted tiene alguna duda, que usted ha estado en constante contacto con la comisión del ministerio, por favor.
Sí, hemos tenido varios puntos, más que todo cosas técnicas con el equipo. Un punto que nos han observado es la opción de 2 canales de estimulación, que es clic, ráfagas, enmascaramiento. Eso nos faltó demostrarlo en el equipo.
Estamos hablando del equipo ECODIA, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Okay, so in this case we need to translate for you, Romain.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know entiende más español, so please in English. I got that you are talking about the stimulus in ABR, but I don't get the whole meaning.
Punto uno. Sí, hay que traducir. El uno. 2 canales.
The question that we have with regards to the equipment is whether how do the 2 stimulus canals work? We haven't been able to demonstrate the stimulation.
The stimulation
like-
yes, go ahead.
There are 2 channels of stimulation, clicks, blasts, masking. So there is we cannot show that in the equipment. Those are like the observations. We cannot show the stimulation on these 2 channels for clicks, masking, and like other things like that. Mhm.
Okay, I will...
like the 2 channels of stimulation. Like that's like in summary the 2 channels of stimulation.
Yes,
Or masking.
yes. So yes, there is 1 channel for the stimulation. Actually, the stimulation of the ear you want to test. So the stimulation will be click or burst or a chirp in the case of screening, and the second channel will be used for masking. Okay, so you can select this. So you see the EcoSoft on my side. I'm sharing my screen.
Yes.
So when you start the APR, here by default, the stimulus is a click. So if I start, as you see here, this is 50 dB with click stimulus. But here there is some thumbnail on the top of the left panel, and there is the last one, which is called advanced option here. And here you can select which stimulus you want to use. So you can select the click or the burst, and for the burst you can select the frequency of the burst and the shape of the burst, the rising, the plate, and the falling part of the stimulus. There is another option for external triggering. It's only used for a cochlear implant diagnosis. I don't know if you want to use this, but this is possible instead of the burst and the click. But yes, this is for working with other device. And here you can set the masking. So the second channel, the contralateral masking, you can set it there in a differential way. This means if you set 0 dB of differential, if you make the stimulation at 50 dB, the masking will be 50 dB of masking. And if I rise up the stimulus, the masking will follow the stimulus level. So this is where you select the masking intensity. It's always in a gap between the stimulus intensity and the contralateral masking. And, yes, everything is done in the advanced option here. The point is that the tip of stimulus is written here, so you have click or the frequency of the burst, but there is no direct information about the contralateral masking. So if you need to remember which masking you have used, you can directly add a note on the curve. So masking gap, for example. If you want to add some information, sorry. And then you have notes directly on the curve. Only for the masking, because there is no really way to record it in another way. This is okay for you?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now there are other like specifications, like here it says due to the specifications of audiometry sections, it talks about the PEATC studies, ABR. The stimulated range must be between 250 and 800 hertz. So
Yes.
we have to show the yeah, that, yes.
Yes, I think
About
that's
the-
about the burst frequency available, if I understand.
Yeah, that's from 250 to 800 hertz. Is that okay? Is that because we have to show that there is a range of stimulation between 250 and 800 hertz of ABR studies, or PATC. That's what I can read here. Is related to the audiometry section.
Yeah, but here you have if you see my screen, you have the selection of the frequency you can set. So it's 155 up to 8,000 hertz. It's not 800,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
8,000.
It's 8,000. Okay, perfect. Yes, we have to. Thank you very much. Yes, we noticed that. Other question?
Bueno, sí hay una pregunta que
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Sí, sí, en el caso del Helios, en la parte de audiometría, que bueno, no viene habilitado, porque solo han pedido 4, que es el ABR, el hecho G, el BEMP y el ACCR. En la parte del C1 nos mencionan datos que son del vibrador óseo, que el equipo, según lo que me comentó, que eso vendría a ser lo de audiometría, pero sí estamos ofertando que sí tiene eso, pero no hay cómo demostrarlo porque no está habilitada esa opción. ¿Cómo podemos habilitarlo?
Okay, can you make translation, because I don't get everything?
Ingeniero Rodrigo, igual usted nos puede ayudar con la traducción, por favor.
En la comisión sobre el tema de que es de audiología.
Yeah, okay. They told us, they observed us in the commission a topic about audiology. Okay.
Yeah.
Hay un punto que menciona datos sobre el vibrador óseo.
There is a point which is mentioned about the osseous vibrator.
Ya que, bueno, no lo podemos, el equipo, según me comentó Carl, viene la opción, pero no está habilitado porque no hay licencia.
The option of the osseous vibrator is not enabled because we need a license in order to use it. So there is a problem with the license, right?
Claro, menciona muchos datos referentes a lo que es audiometría, que no hay cómo demostrarlo.
So there are different specifications about audiometry pointed out in the forms, but since we don't have the license, we cannot show it to the commission. We cannot show them how this works to the commission about the osseous vibrator. So that's the problem that we had. That's it. Yeah.
But what you are talking about ABR or audiometry?
Because I think and we need to double check with the tender requirements, because I think the unit supplied from EcoDR is taking care about ABR, SSR, and so on, this kind of assessment.
Yes.
So, and I don't think there's any specific requirement for these devices in order to perform audiometry tests as well. Yes, the unit is capable to do it, but I think in order to respond to the requirements, correct me if I'm wrong, I think these options are not needed in this specific unit. That's why they're not enabled.
That's correct. Just let me share with you. There's a part in the technical requirement where they ask specifically for the output, the output amplitude range for air conduction, bone conduction, and there was one more conduction there. So we put the maximum capacity that the unit has, just to show that it functionally, the equipment can do it. But within the test, they don't need to meet those ranges, because they're asking for ranges that are completely out of spec for ABR and the ASSR test. So we have an explanation there. We don't need to buy the audiometry license there. So no worry there. We have an explanation for the commission on that regards.
Oh, clear. Yeah, clear, because sometimes we know even people writing the tender specification, sometimes there's mismatching audiometry with ABR and SSR. So
Exactly.
it happened that they're asking for some requirements that are not realistic for the type of test that we are talking about. So yeah, makes sense.
Yes, well, yes, actually, we agree with all of you. We should be like that, but well, the commission is like, I don't know, stubborn, we could say. Like, I don't know why they don't sometimes understand, and they want to like see physically or see that this device has this capacity, and even though we explain it, I don't know why it's like sometimes they don't understand, but we will try to make them understand. Actually, there are like two which are like that way they observe, which is like the first. Here we have 11 range of intensity. Like according to them, when it's inserted, the range must be from 0 to 110 decibels, headphones also from 0 to 100 decibels. The osseous conduction must be from 0 to 55 decibels, and then we have the number 13, which is the range of frequency for the osseous stimulation, and that must be from 500 to 4,000 hertz. So, and according to them, they have to check that it's possible to show this in the equipment, in the device, right? Not, and that was the problem that we had.
Yeah, but all these parameters are really, they refers to a classic, let's say, screening or up to diagnostic level audiometer. And correct me if I'm wrong, these are requirements for the other type of devices we supplied, so like the standalone audiometer. But for a ABR or for a unit capable to let's say, execute ABR, and this is our test. This should not be a requirement. So, but yeah, what we can do, in my opinion, is maybe together with Carl, just go through all the tender specification and see which are the specific requirement for this specific request, where we offer the ECODA unit. But anyway, if it's really needed, I think it's just a matter of a license, because for sure this type of requirement are quite basic. So yeah, I think the unit is capable to achieve this kind of intensities and working in this kind of range that you described before. But again, I would like to double check if the Commission really can ask for these features, because again, we are talking about a different type of unit, and I think there was no requirement for audiometry test for this type of device. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but this should be the approach, in my opinion.
These are functional ranges. They're not specific to the tests. What I understand is that the Commission wants to see that the equipment can actually reach those levels, those decibel levels. But it doesn't make sense because it's in the documentation, so they'll have to accept what's in the documentation. Let's not worry about this point right now, because the Commission is not willing to put any of their observations right now in writing. So I think they have other intentions behind their mind. So let's wait. We're not going to answer something they haven't been willing to put in writing. And I don't think they even have the knowledge, the sufficient knowledge to put it in writing. So let's wait for their written observations. And then based on that, we'll get you guys to provide a response, a formal response to the Commission. That would be my suggestion.
Okay, I agree. Yeah. Good suggestion.
¿No? En realidad la comisión creo que no tiene el nivel académico para poder observar estos puntos, ¿no? Simplemente es el factor de que quieren impedir que el proyecto avance, ¿no? Queridos colegas, ¿alguna otra pregunta, por favor?
Sí, justamente, doctor Fernando, como aquí estábamos con los compañeros, este punto hace para entendiendo bien, porque es más aún de que ellos quieran utilizar la parte de la audiometría, quieren constatar si efectivamente tienen esos rangos el equipo, ¿no? Entonces, muchos puntos se solucionan entendiendo cómo podríamos nosotros ver en el equipo, ¿no? Entonces, porque como nosotros estamos más que todo en la parte de que tenemos que defender esta parte, entonces se hace un poco complejo al saber, no saber qué le podríamos indicar a esa parte, ¿no?
Yeah.
Tener.
Yes, yes, he says that since we have to defend this, like we have to present this to the commission. Sometimes like we don't know like how to answer them when they want like something more like this specification. But of course we know that this was like something additional. It should work like that. So well, that was the question of my part.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. I think your request is quite clear, and we understand the priority of this request. Let me ask Romain, for one unit of the device that you provide, is possible to enable, just as a demo test, to enable also the audiometry part? in order to let the engineers prove at the commission that the unit can also operate as an audiometer. I think the requirements in terms of intensity are very basic because, and also the range of frequency for BC and so on is smaller than a standard. So do you think that we can enable this part just on one unit in order to let them prove that they can achieve also?
Yes, sure. We can give you a license for the audiometry on one device. So yes, you can have the compliance with the tender. It's possible.
Because I think we don't need a calibrated transducer, but just allow them to enter into the audiometry page and show to them that if I'm, for example, if I'm activating the headphones, I can move from a range from 125 to 8,000. If I'm activating the bone conduction, I can move from the requested. So I think should be
Yes.
enough to allow them to open the audiometry page and then show to them that all these configurations are available.
Yes, the point is you cannot do this for the bone conductor, for example. If you don't have the bone conductor, you cannot switch the option. You cannot check it. It's okay with the headset because it is the same headset for the ABR and for the audiometry. So you will have all the frequency and the intensity range. But I don't remember if this device were sent with the bone conductor. I don't know. And if you don't have the bone conductor, you cannot check the intensity, but we can send a paper with the proof or whatever.
Yeah, or maybe I think because I'm assuming that is the classic type of commission that they want to see live, something. So I think maybe the best or simplest solution can be to maybe share a license with our engineers on the field and maybe double check with them if the bone conductor was part of the standard accessories. If not, we can maybe just ship one unit of BC in order to be connected to the unit and enable also the functionality of the bone conductor. I think this maybe can be, let's say, quick and cheap solution in order to prove at the commission that all these functionalities are available in case they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so please, I think a request from our side, can you please double check if the bone conductor was part of the standard accessories? We can also do it on our side, but maybe it's better that you check.
Yes, I asked one of my colleagues to check what was in the order. So yeah, I will tell you quickly.
Okay, so in case the bone conductor was not supplied together with the unit, we can arrange one sample for you together with the license. And in this case, maybe together we can organize a session together. We can guide you through this audiometry page, and we can, sorry, and in this way, we can prove at the commission that also the audiometry features are available, but disabled because, not needed in order to execute EBR test and SSR and so on. Make sense for you?
Yes,
That would be perfect.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. Just want to point out that in the packing list, I see a bone vibrator. Is it the one you're looking for?
Yes, maybe.
Exactly. That's it.
From
If
Ecodia,
you can, if I could share the packing list if you close
because
the
there is a bone conductor in the OAE screening devices.
And no,
And the bone vibrator in the
Or
package.
in the audio, in the audiology, the R37A equipment has a bone vibrator.
yeah, on the OS cleaner, no. On the cables.
Cordia bone. I can see bone vibrator from a cordia.
Okay, so maybe
Okay.
the bone vibrator was because you can do ABR with the bone vibrator, so it was maybe mandatory. So yeah, okay. So everything is okay. We just have to send you a license for the audiometry. If you want to open up the audiometry window, and it will be okay, I think.
One question, Romain, do you need to know the serial number of the device to enable a specific license?
Yes.
Yeah, so in this case, my suggestion is to share with us, with Romain or any contact you have, please share with us the serial number of the device that you intend to be used for this demonstration to the committee in order to enable a specific license for this device.
Just to point out that the serial number are on the screen. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, no, we know, but
Okay.
I don't know if they want to bring a specific unit, or maybe the commission already have in his hand a specific unit. In this case, it would be better to know this serial number in order to open a specific license for this device, because I know, or I'm assuming that usually all these options need to be specifically open or enabled for a specific serial number. So that's why I'm asking. Yeah, and so please confirm with us. Yeah, please go ahead. I saw you raise your hand.
Oh yes, I'm sorry to interrupt you. My colleague wants to know if this license will be for some defined time, so period of time, or is going to be like forever. And there is a second question here about Well, first of all, the first question is the license going to be for like a defined period of time, or
No. It's a lifetime license.
okay, perfect. There is here a second question that my colleague has. He has about the filter of selectable digital linear interference by the operator. I don't know if how we can like show this like I don't know if you understand, like a selectable digital linear interference filter by the operator. It's yeah. Do you understand? Yeah.
It's just sharing my screen again. Okay. So still in the advanced option where you find the click and the burst and etc. You have the setting of the filter right here. Okay. So this is the low pass the high pass filter and the low pass filter, and you can set there is the default values, but it is selectable.
Okay, that's great. And what about that other filter on the center? I see like behind the time milliseconds, there is another filter that
Yes, there is two filter steps. One first filter for each frame you will record. So this filter. This is what we call the real-time filter. And this one is only the display filter. When you have the curve, the average of the curve, you can enable the filter just for the display, just to smooth the curve. And of course, here you can set the filter in whatever you want, and you smooth the curve at the display time. This is the record filter, and this is the display filter.
Okay,
Ah, Peter.
perfect, perfect. I get it. Thank you very much.
¿Alguna otra pregunta, ingenieros?
Bueno, por mi parte creo que ya hemos visto esos puntos, pero bueno, no sale si recalcar nuevamente lo que nos observaron en el Helios. Ya, ahí te lo sé.
Yes, according my colleague says that everything is okay, like for him, just he had like some like fear, like some like he want to know what to do about the Elias, like Elias, yes,
Sí.
whatever.
Sí, es que ofrecimos, bueno, ellos piden dos kits de electrodos,
He asked for two,
pero lo toman como cable de electrodos, no como los electrodos mismos, ¿no?
like the two kits of
Electro,
electrodes,
ajá,
electrodes. He asked for two
Yes.
kits, like two kits of electrodes, but then we take it like what?
hablan en español.
Lo toman como
Claro, lo toman el kit de electrodos como si fueran los cables de electrodos, no como los electrodos que se adhieren.
okay. They don't take it like those electrodes that can be adhered. Like they just take it like cables, right? Like
Okay.
that. Well, some observation about the LEDs, like accessories, like the abrasive cream, like crema abrasiva, ¿está bien?
Así es.
Like abrasive cream. Okay, just about the ECG kits, like here we can read that here we have one cable of ECG electrocardiogram which has 4 derivatives, and they assuming like 2 kits of compatible electrodes with the equipment described in the accessory. So that's like
Claro, se pone muy intransigentes en ese punto.
like they kind of becoming intransigent. They don't I don't know why they get crazy. They don't understand, but yeah, it's like something like that. Yes.
In that point, just have them put it down by writing. They have no reason to observe that. They're asking for two electrode kits. Really, for each test, you only need 4 electrodes, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have the
There is
cable.
20 electrodes for.
So yeah, so we're delivering 5 electrode kits. So they should just shut up and not say anything.
Exactly.
And if they want to make problems, they can put it down on writing, and we'll make them look very bad in front of the Ministry of Health, because there's an electrode kit is not a cable. There's no cable in an electrode kit, because further down in the accessories, they put down electrode cable and electrodes. I forget the exact term. So I don't worry about that. That's it's obvious they want something.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
don't worry. I want them to put it down in writing, which I know they won't put it down in writing, because they will look very stupid once
Exactly.
we make a response. So I would rather not even talk about it. Just tell them, put it in your final report, and then we'll answer you.
Perfect. That's what we'll do it. Thank you very much. Let's see.
Ingeniero Fernando, del listado que usted presentó, ¿tiene alguna otra duda más, por favor?
A ver un momentito.
Revíselo con calma, revíselo con calma. Lo importante es que todo esté claro y podamos defender todos estos puntos con la comisión y de una vez salir de este tema, ¿no? Y colegas de otros departamentos, igual si tienen alguna duda, este es el momento para que se las puedan subsanar. Si no hablan inglés, no hay lío. Está Joseph, está el ingeniero Rodrigo también acá, que nos va a ayudar con la traducción. Ingeniero Rodrigo, ¿me copia?
Sí, buenas. Aquí estoy listo.
Ok, simplemente una cosita, no es la última vez que nosotros encontramos, estamos disponibles. Por esto, sería también importante, si lo quiere, hacer una nota donde podemos responder en caso si tiene otras dudas o otro tipo de preguntas. Estamos disponibles. Sobre todo, pensamos que antes del fin de semana vamos a compartir esta línea como guía para exportar los datos desde el Ecosoft, antes el MDS. Por esto estamos en contacto. Si tienes otras dudas que no tiene en este momento, en cada momento podemos organizar nuevamente una call como esta. No tenemos dudas en esto. Si no hay ahora todas las preguntas que necesita, en los próximos días también estamos disponibles. No sé si el mensaje en español está correcto. Simplemente para explicar que en el momento en que tiene alguna duda, si envía a nosotros un informe, podemos responder también. O simplemente organizar nuevamente una call donde tenemos una lista de preguntas y respondamos prontamente a lo que necesita.
Gracias, querido Mario. Sí, en realidad ya teníamos las observaciones puntuales, porque ya con la comisión se hizo la revisión de todo el equipamiento, ¿no? Entonces, en la parte técnica teníamos los puntos identificados. Al parecer ya se han resuelto todas las dudas. Pero te agradecemos bastante tu predisposición y seguramente van a nacer más dudas más adelante, pero por el momento tal vez, ingeniero Fernando.
Buenas, sí.
¿Hay alguna
sí,
duda más?
Por el momento estamos ya despejado bastantes dudas. Ahora, si hubiera alguna otra duda, lo podemos volver a comentar, ¿no?
Perfecto. Lo importante es que se apruebe de una vez estas observaciones y podamos proceder a finalizar este proyecto. Obviamente, más adelante, si en el sentido de algún mantenimiento preventivo o alguna duda que nazca, igual, Mario, te vamos a estar molestando.
No es molestando, y estamos disponibles. Es un placer, no es un problema. Estamos aquí. Vamos a ver si busco las palabras correctas. Para nosotros también es importante que usted hace todo lo que necesita para un mantenimiento correcto de los dispositivos, porque para vosotros sería muy importante ofrecer un servicio muy bueno, y para nosotros como marca es importante que todas las unidades funcionen correctamente. Para esto estamos disponibles para soportarle, porque el mantenimiento sea el mejor. Pienso que los ingenieros que trabajan con usted son seguramente muy buenos. Compartimos informaciones y trabajamos juntos para una cosa importante. Pienso que estamos disponibles, no molestan en algún momento.
Gracias, Mario. Bueno, ingenieros, no hay más consultas, ¿verdad?
Todo conforme.
Perfecto. Claudio, no sé si quieres cerrar con algo la reunión, con algún punto.
No, básicamente la verdad que el soporte de Mario creo que es excelente, también el de Romain, no sé qué opinan ustedes. Realmente grazie Mario, perché non è scontato avere un supporto così importante da parte di un fornitore.
Quando pensi?
E meno così da un progetto così complesso e importante per la Bolivia, così che noi come Altea vorremmo, sia io che Gianluca, ringraziarti.
Grazie Patrizio, buona giornata. Ciao.
Grazie a voi, figurati, non c'è problema. Comunque davvero siamo a disposizione nel momento in cui c'è qualche necessità, anche con Romena abbiamo un ottimo rapporto, quindi
Ottimo.
assolutamente. Dai,
Io credo che a questo punto, perché allora in questa call siamo, credo, se non sbaglio, una ventina di partecipanti, ma credo che per un prossimo supporto magari è basilare per noi avere Carl, che è il nostro ingegnere manager per la Bolivia, e
assolutamente.
capisce, come hai visto, capisce molto bene come funzionano le cose lì, e avere Fernando, il suo team, e nulla, fare questa triangolazione nel caso Tech Medical Fernando abbia qualche supporto, assieme a Carl. Io credo che con questa squadra così si risolveranno le problematiche, anche, non so, dei dubbi che possano apparire, diciamo, future.
Sì, sì, assolutamente sono d'accordo.
Perfetto.
Possiamo essere efficaci. Va bene,
Perfetto.
possiamo chiudere la riunione quindi, immagino.
Certo, certo.
Grazie mille per il tuo aiuto, è un piacere.
Grazie a voi.
Grazie a Carlos. Gracias a todos. Gracias a Fernando, como siempre.
Gracias, saludos.
Un abrazo grande. Chao, Mario. Chao, chao.
Ciao, ciao. Hi, Roman. Thanks for everything. I don't know if you were able to follow the last conversation, but we will talk.
Yes, yes, a little bit. Yes, you offer your support, and yeah, I offer my support too if needed about our product. There is no problem.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Romain.
You're welcome.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Una buona giornata, have a nice day.
Una buona giornata a tutti.
Buenos días.
Saludos.
Saludos, con permiso.
Listo, gracias a todos, colegas. Vamos con todo. De una vez salgamos del proyecto. Ya estamos en lo último.
Cerremos este capítulo.
Así es, Doc.
Cerremos. A trabajar. Sí.
Listo.
Hasta luego.
Un abrazo a todos.
Hasta luego. Chao, chao, chao.
Chao.